Fantastic work making it through Module 1. You've successfully laid down the bedrock of your digital marketing strategy. You built guided by the Digital Marketing Blueprint book. You now have your powerful strategy in hand. Your what, your why, and your who. But knowing this is only half the battle, right? Now it's time to figure out how to turn that vision into reality. Digital marketing planning. This is where we take the strategies you've developed and, using the practical steps outlined in your Digital Marketing Blueprint book, transform them into concrete, actionable plans. You'll map out your campaigns, set realistic timelines, allocate resources effectively, and ensure every piece of your digital puzzle fits together. Ready to develop your strategy into a meticulously planned path to success? Let's get started. Campaign goal setting is to promote a new product or service, increase brand awareness, gather customer feedback for content. If you chat to your customers, everything they say is important. I try to do it on Teams so that I can record the conversation. You can then transcribe and you'll get valuable information out of that. Not even the things that you're looking for right now, but what they say might help you to run a new ad campaign.
Discounting and revenue generation.
You don't always want to run discounts. I don't like discounting because then people don't value your product. You have to generate revenue and increase user engagement. And that's maybe what the sale is about. If you have, especially our women, we all have skin products. So you want to try Natalie's skin product, Satin. I might be more prone to buy when she has a special. Would I have bought it? Yes, I would have bought it at full price anyway. But a new client might go for it because it's at a special. It's just a cheaper way to try it. You can also have a goal of advertising an upcoming event.
Metrics.
We have to measure key performance indicators, just means metrics. So click-through rates, how many people saw your ad, your post, how many people actually clicked, how many commented, how many interacted, all of that. After the campaign, if you know what you're measuring when you start, then you know whether you succeeded or not. You have to have a goal, and then you can have a stretch goal that will really make me happy. But at least you know that your costs are covered, but you have this first goal. That's always the win-win. You have to at least have your costs covered. And then you can document areas for future improvement. And that's what we already started. I think it's crucial to do it as it happens. Because if you look at it 2 weeks later, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. Never mind all these nuances of how to make things better. And I will ask you at the end of the course to just give us some feedback on what you think I could do better as well. And it's going to be anonymous, so you can say what you want. So state your metric as a number, percentage, or a rate. So for Google Ads, what we use, click-through rate, conversion rate, cost per conversion. And those are things that when you start measuring it, it's somebody asked yesterday, what is the right price? And there's no answer. So what you can do is you can measure it as you start. And then as your campaign goes along, you try to improve those rates. That's how it works. Because it is what it is. We can't change that until we start tweaking things and working on the quality of our campaigns. And that goes for Facebook as well, and social media. Creating an audience profile. It's so important to know what you're going to sell to whom. It's easy to say I want to sell to everybody, but there's some good marketing. It's really not. You must make, again, back to Natalie's point of people want to feel special. The bride wants to feel that you cater especially for brides. They want to feel that. They don't want to be just another person off the street that decides to come there. No, they want roses when they arrive and stuff like that, so to make them feel special. So I think, how can you delight them? You must define clear goals. So what problem are you solving for your clients? They need a place where they can have their makeup done. So we've decided for today's example that the bride is now the ideal customer. You need to build your audience profile. I think any bride, whether she's 50 or 20, has the same needs. And then targeted advertising. Google and Facebook can find those clients for you. Even Instagram, I'm sure brides start looking through bridal dresses and You can pick up on all as indicators. This is a bride you're talking to.
Paid versus organic campaigns.
When you want to run your campaign, decide whether you're going to do paid channels for advertising and promotions, organic channels, organic channels for natural search engine rankings and content, shared channels, social media, community engagement, where you ask people to share on WhatsApp or Facebook, own channels, that is for website blogs and email marketing. I'm getting onto my soapbox here. Websites. I really believe that a website is better than only Facebook. We have a friend here in town that has a business only on Facebook, and she has a restaurant with a play area that caters to kids. So you want the holiday people to come and know about you. So that's when they go big on Facebook. Facebook closed their account down just before the December holidays. You're taking a chance. Have a website, build your list. Non-negotiable. You'll hear that for the rest of the day.
Campaign planning and execution.
When you do a campaign, you have to know the timelines and the milestones. We have to have the start date, the implementation date, and the end date when this campaign must stop. So if you are promoting an event, you know it must stop on that date. Define objectives, schedule posts and emails. You can schedule your emails on Brevo. Timelines and milestones. When you did your first workshop, you decided what campaigns you can run possibly, right? Go into workshop mode again to think of 3 campaigns. I want you to see when you want to launch that, and then you must plan backward. If you know which campaigns you're running, then you can plan skills that you have to employ and train, and which parts you want to outsource.
Essential skills and outsourcing.
If you're in the glass business, you don't want a digital marketing specialist in your company. You won't be able to keep them busy. Do you really want to go down that route and spend the time and resources there? That's what you have to think about. If you want to run a Google Ads campaign, you need a copywriter, you need web developer, you need a subject matter expert, and we're going to go through all of this and email sequences. Copywriting, what is that for? That's the person that you use for landing pages and to formulate a downloadable document. For you, Deborah, it would be your new price list packages. You can maybe develop one for a bride, staying to the bride scene. Don't know who's getting married, but you never know. And then develop an automated email sequence after we've been through the sales journey. You can specify what campaigns you want to run, what content you need to create, and know how you're going to send out emails. Good planning. Web designer is for creation, design and development of the landing pages and websites. Social media specialists used for social media strategy, social media campaigns, design and development of social media posts, social media management. So that's the engagement. And Google Ads specialist. You use a Google Ads specialist for Google Ads setup. That's a very important part. And then once it's set up, for the Google Ad management. The type of things we use is Word Planner, Google Ads, Google Analytics 4, Google Tag Manager. It really took me a long time to get to know all these tools, and it changes all the time. And I bring it together. And if you're a business owner, you cannot do all of that on your own all the time. Go learn it, or just pay somebody that knows what they're doing already. Subject matter expert, that might be you. That is the person that knows the product and the services. They know the who, what, where, why, all of that we were talking about before. They know the product. And you need a product specialist or the service person, subject matter expert. You need that person. Talk to a copywriter so that you can get a cohesive message across the board from your business. So whether it's your salesperson, your marketer, the owner, the receptionist talking, they must all speak the same language. Otherwise, your customers are going to become confused. Get information and testimonials from your clients, and then do client introductions where needed. For each product or service, list a specific product or service, the features, then look at the benefits. What is the benefit to your customer? Each feature. When you know what this is called, what is the client call this? What is the benefit to them? Not only what they call it, but what is the benefit to them? And do you have a story or example to illustrate this? This is the before and afters, or the testimonial comes in very well here. And then landing page essentials, what steps goes into landing page planning? We have to get all these different things together. And it doesn't take an hour, it takes a while. Go to digiworks.co.za to see an example of the landing page for this course. A landing page is a hidden page on your website. It is a page that only have the information on one product or service. When your visitors scroll down, they get to a form to complete so you can contact them to give them more information. You can also offer them a downloadable document or a video that they can learn more. And then on the next page, I put my number.
Yes, on the thank you page.
Yes. Some people want direct calls, so then you will put your telephone number there if people can just call you. If you have a sales team that's waiting for the call. I prefer to actually build the first, and then they can call. People want to check, are you legit? Then the decisions regarding your landing page commit to the following. Where you want to host your landing pages. We spoke about the Wix and those things. Do not own them. And they close their doors at you sitting without the landing page. Then you have to start again. Done that. And this guy has 4 landing pages. So I had to redo 4 landing pages because where we hosted it, I thought it was such a good idea. Because I say it's landing pages. It must be good for landing pages. So I learned the hard way. Who your email subscriber host will be. The company you'll entrust your email automation to. You can do it yourself. Just set up an email to say welcome here and send what they downloaded anyway. Just send it to the email that they have it. They can't remember where they saved it on their computer like I usually do. I save it in this wonderful place and I can never find it again. So I like to have it in my email box. Then you decide where you want to set up your ads. It can be Google ads. It can be Facebook ads. Can I just tell you that we did Facebook ads for a company that on Facebook was 160,000 rand a month. So do you really make an impact? And Facebook never performed as well as Google on that client. Never. And there was a lot of recurring low cost stuff there. But they go for numbers. So obviously they're making money out of it. Otherwise they wouldn't fit it. And we've come to the end of our planning session 1. You can look forward to planning session 2, where we'll talk about ad campaign management, how to manage and check your campaign.